I guess we're back, so we keep getting cut off. Summer's like, oh no. I'm like, it's not like we can't just make other videos. Alright, but what I want to talk about is, you know, what these people call the modern low-level stimulus method. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Unless you consider 25 years ago modern, you know, and if these people said to me, oh no, this is a modern method, then I would say to them, show it to me in writing with technical aspects that are equivalent to other e-collar training technical aspects. Show me where it's written down, because what I feel like happened, this is Kelly's theory on this low-level stimulus method. In the early 90s, Tritronics was the only game in town. There wasn't anybody else. It was the only electronic collar company. There may have been other ones, but they were such minor players that it didn't make any difference. But Tritronics took it upon themselves to hire Dr. Tortora, who was a behaviorist, but then they also had a lot of trainers on their staff, and they worked with Jim Gonya. If I can find that book. But they worked with these guys. Somewhere, get on camera.
What is it? A book about what? About the...
I'm just going to tell you who these guys are. I can't remember all of them, and I do know. Well, no, and I'm saying Jim Gonya. It's not Jim Gonya. Jim Gonya is the son. Roy Gonya is the Roy Gonya is the one that helped develop it. But Jim Gonya is still a dog trainer. Anyway, this is the book, you guys. So this is the first book written about electronic dog training. Essentially, what they're describing in here is, in some ways, what these people are doing now, but they've never even read this book. They don't even know about this. And that was written in 1981. So what they had was Dr. Tortora, whose methodology theory, and was a very visionary person, was seeing way ahead of the tool. All right, but look in here. What I need you to look in here and see where it says special thanks to, maybe down here. Anyway, so what they're describing is, again, holding the button down, you know, getting the dog to do the behavior and all that. That's 1981. That's not modern, you guys. So after that, the next thing that came out was a book called Tritronics Retriever Training, written by Jim Phyllis Dobbs, and who both have master's degrees in behavioral science, and this girl Alice Woodyard. We should probably try to look her up, and you know, if you said she has a master's degree, I wouldn't be surprised. Or she might have been more of the writer. She's probably more of a writer than them. Anyway, so that spawned a whole generation of e-collar trainers. If you ask these people now that say, you know, what I do is a modern low-level, honestly, that makes me nauseous to even say that, modern low-level stimulus method, I would say, based on what trainer are you, and if they said, well, I just invented this, first off, I'd laugh and laugh. But then I would say, then show me something in writing or a video that can break down the technical aspects of it, because if it doesn't have technical aspects, you're basically just putting a collar on a dog and shutting it down. And believe me, I've seen videos of that. You know, so, and if you're not using food, if you're not training in drive, you're not a good dog trainer. I mean, it's a you know, I mean, if ask any great dog trainer this question: all great dog trainers train in drive, true or false? I mean, every great dog trainer that I've known, without hesitation, answered true. You know, and every trainer I've asked, true or false, e-collar training has very technical aspects that should be able to be written down. So if you're telling me that whatever methodology, this modern method you're using on, then you better show me something, because the last written word that I know of regarding using stimulus was in Tritronics Retriever Training, which was published maybe in 1991, which would have been a decade after this book. right here. Tell me these names.
Dr. Cal Cadmus.
Okay. Alright, shh. Alright, listen. Summer's going to read these names. These are the guys who developed the low-level stimulus method. I would venture a guess the majority of them are not even alive. They're very, very old. Tacos! We don't even have a dog named Tacos. Alright, get over here and read that. We don't even have a dog named Tacos. Alright, tell me who these guys...
Dr. Cal Cadmus.
Alright, Dr. Cadmus. Don't go through them so fast. Dr. Cal Cadmus was... And we can look up what dog he had, but I can tell you right now, he had a very famous, if not more than one, famous field trial dog. And he may have been a veterinarian. If he wasn't, he was a people doctor. All right, go on.
What's that, O.B. Corey? O.B. Corey? Jim Dobbs. We got Jim Dobbs.
Okay, I don't know who that is. Okay, O.B. Corey. Jim Dobbs. We know who Jim is. Dave Duffy, which is a field trial guy. Oh, there are a few girls in there. Helga Fry. I'm going to make it my mission to look up all these people. Helga Fry. This girl had to be a Schutzen trainer. Karen, what does that say? Okay, this is how it is. Bill Keeler. French fries. We don't even have a dog named French fries. Duke Lee, Mal Lightfoot. All right, we need to keep reading these. All right, Delmar Smith and Bill Tarrant, I know and Jim Vance are all field trial guys. We're looking all these people up. John Mullen, George Quigley. I've forgotten about the Bill Keeler thing, because that Keeler method, I don't know if Bill Keeler's still alive, but that was the throat chain and everything. That was the guy that went out of the thing. Anyway, guys, and it didn't say Jim Gagne or Roy Gagne. I could have sworn he was in on it. But yeah, Dr. Cal Cadmus, we'll look these up, and if I was good on my field trial history, I could tell you his dog's name, and I guarantee I could email my friend Nancy at Aaron's Edge, and she would be able to tell me just like that who Cal Cadmus's dog was. Rex Carr was a very, very famous field trial trainer. I want to say maybe that one of his dogs was Code Blue. Anyway, I don't keep up with that stuff as much as I used to, but anyway, that's where it's at, you guys. There is no modern low-level stimulus method. The last written word that I know of on that methodology was Tritronics Retriever Trainer. I'm gonna look it up, but at the very least, it was 20 years ago. That's not modern. Jim and Phyllis in 1997 wrote to a pager for pointing dogs. So, if I don't even know what to tell you. It's not modern. I will say that to anybody. Come on here and show me a link, written methodology describing technical, and then show me a video of several dozen dogs doing this methodology. Then I'll believe you. Until then, there's no modern method. There is no modern low-level stimulus method. Stop doing that.